Okay guys, what's up? Lord of Shadows here tonight to do One Piece One Chapter 778 review. So about this chapter, it's very simple and this review is gonna be short. So in this chapter 778 we just found the second round against in fighting between Pika and Zoro. So in the first part of the chapter, we saw Pika just going to the King's Plateau, trying to destroy and annihilate King Riku once and for all, and of course destroy everything that going in his way. Even the Marines and the citizens tried firing him, but no one ever succeeded. So even that time, I don't have anything to say about it. So the main part of this is that when Pika's trying to destroy King Riku and on the King's Plateau and everything, there he goes, we see King Elizabeth once and for all that he was right about Zoro, that will finally use the King Punch to destroy Pika. But of course Zoro stopped him and saying that if he used the King Punch to Pika, he would just reassemble himself into stone once again, like all this time before. So that's why King Elizabeth told him that why stop now? And he said, just give me 2 minutes and then you can crush it. At the beginning, in this part when Zoro was trying to talk to Pika, I was thinking, when he was trying to talk to Isabella, well, it was really funny when he said, wait, stop, king of somewhere place. He couldn't just even remember that King Isabella, the king of Proton's kingdom, so it was really quite funny. Even the time when we found Olympus, the admiral of a fleet, he called him a warden. Like he's a warden of a jail or something like that, and he's called warden? Who's a warden? I'm an admiral, kid. Because after Elizabeth had a little chat with after Zoro had a little chat with Elizabeth and everything, he just found Olympus and asked him that he can throw everything he wants, even a human, like a ball, like a bowling ball. So that's why he asked Zoro to throw him on Pika like a normal funny bowling ball, right on the same way as Pika. But before that I came to that, there we go, we have Pika arriving at the plateau and trying to find even a monster like that size. He just sat there and said, oh, Kirikou, are you there? Because of that size, of course, you can't find just a fucking little man like that. And of course he said to Tenglapanto and Viola to just run away with the citizens, take cover of Pika and his powers and everything, and he would try to remain here. And if he needs to sacrifice himself for his own citizens, so be it. Because even that time, Pika tried to tell him that, so after 10 years, you just get over all the depression that happened 10 years ago, that what you have done to the citizens. But of course, the citizens now believe to King Riku that he was not the one who killed all the citizens and made all this chaos in Dressrosa, and even tried to tell to Pika that all his life as a king, he never tried to make this country into chaos, darkness, destruction, and killing. All he wanted all this time is to be a king, and to make his country to live in eternal big peace. But of course, shit happens, man. When Don Quixote the pirates arrive, of course, shit will happen. So at that time, of course, just Pika was just trying to raise his hand and just trying to squash King Riku. But at that time, there we have Olympus doing the Admiral Killer bowling stuff technique, and he just with all his strength and speed just throws Zoro to Pika, and finally, a full-on Zoro with his bandana on his head, doing the Cintorio technique. I don't really actually remember the name, but I'll try to. Well, how was the name really? Centurio. Fuck, just give me a minute, just give me a minute. I really wish to say it. Just, fuck. Just 1 minute, just 1 minute. What the fuck it is? Ah, there it is. There it is. Yeah, I really wish to say it because it's when you say in Japanese, it's really a way to say and make you feel so hard on. So here it goes. We have Sentoryu Dai Sansekai Ichidai Sanzen. It really is cool. I mean, when you say all these words in Japanese, it makes you really think hardcore. Yeah. So the thing is that when Zoro with his Sentoryu technique, Daizan Sekai, he just cut off Pika in 2 parts just before he tried to squash. Like I said, sorry. Fuck man, it's night. I'm gonna be sleepy. Fuck it. So just before after he said those techniques, before he just cut off Pika in half, just before he just tried to squash King Riku once and for all. Because even that time, when I heard about King Riku's speech, he even said he doesn't want even anymore being a king after all this shit ends. So if King Riku will change his mind after all this war against the pirates, I don't know. Or he will return as a king or no, because after all this speech what Pika gave him about being a king doesn't even mean to just bring peace. Even a king means you can fight for your own country and protect it. And about his speech with King Riku, I really quite agree with Pika. Because if you want to be a king of a country, it doesn't mean just sit around and give you orders. It doesn't mean protect it with your own guts, flesh and blood, to provide secure and peace and respect in the country. That's a real king do. And how Riku did, it's not very kind, nice one king. But some point even King Riku have right, and Pika even sometimes have a point. If you want to be a king, you have to protect it with your own flesh and blood or your own guts to protect your own country. So at some point Pika was right. Very right. We speak soprano voice. So if King Riku will really change his mind and return to the throne, we will see at the end of the show's arc. But for now, he said no. So here we go again. Pika just sliced his stone giant golem form in half, because even that time he tried to find the right precise point where Pika is control. You understand? I mean, I'm quite disappointed about Ishinomi. I mean, the stone for the Pika. I mean, I thought that when he was connected with the ground, I thought he would be all full body stone of giant stone. So it's a little bit disappointing. It really is disappointing. I mean, I thought it would be his real giant form. I mean, I would have no idea that he will just control it from the outside, from the inside, like for example, like Magellan did with his Doku no Mi, the red demon poison demon, something like that in Impel Down. So I'm a bit disappointed, but still far more impressive than Diamante. I'm guaranteed that. So there he goes, when he just sliced him in half, and sliced his hand, his whole half of the upper body he had, just to find the just right corner where Pika is. Because every time we tried to cut him off, Pika just tried to change the position of the stone body so he can attack him again. So after all this Centauri stuff, he just tried to cut him in half, in pieces, all the stone giant statue. Until when Pika really got cornered and fall out in his all full arm, full body Bushoku Haki stuff like Virgo did in Punk Hazard. And there you have, just Zoro have no shit. He doesn't give a shit about all this. Even if Pika just go out with Bushoku Haki full body, he fought just like that, you know. Yeah, you don't have a chance. You can't resist my full Bushoku Haki. Oh, I'm stronger than you. Yeah, just throw my ass. Zoro just go over him, slice him, not even his body, but his own helmet, so you can even see his own face. And after that, Zoro wins the round. The tactics number 5 completed. And even that time when he was defeated, of course, you know, because after all Delphi users were defeated, their effects were off. So after he was defeated, just all the rest of the giant statue just scrambled down until when you see the awesome King Bunch of Lisabella just striking and destroy the rest of the statue. And it was real funny when he said, "You just used me to clear out the mess that he made." And there is how, at some point, that's how the chapter ends. So it was a real big, simple chapter, but it's okay. And just excuse me how I talk about that, because it's night. I have a lot of sleeps because in Sunday morning I have a lot of things to do, a lot of work. So I do this chapter review very quickly. So yeah, I'm done. So subscribe the video, comment, give me thoughts and ideas. Give me what you think about this Bushoku Haki full body Pika had, about his powers, about his battle against Zoro. If King Riku will give up his throne, if he will give up, you know, for example, Kyros, the throne of Dressrosa, I don't know. Give me your thoughts and ideas, give me what you think about this chapter. Drop me a like, I really appreciate that. So, peace everyone. Have an awesome rest of the night, and on the other side of the world, have an awesome rest of the day. See ya.